Hey everybody, I'm gonna have one more go, I think, at Escape from Dol Guldur. I've never once been able to beat this scenario, let alone single-handed, meaning with just one deck and one set of heroes. So it's a real challenge, but I was encouraged by one of my previous episodes where I got pretty decently far into the second stage of the scenario in order to do this, in order to beat it. So, I don't know. I will say that I've never once had the Nazgul of Dol Guldur come out at me, so I don't know what the heck is going on here. So thematically, let's set this up. This is the last of the three scenarios in the core set. So because it's the last of the three, it doesn't mean that it has to be the hardest, but it is the hardest because the core set progressively got harder with a difficulty of 1 for passage through Mirkwood, and then a difficulty of 4 for Journey Along the Anduin, and now this is a 7, and this for Escape from Dol Guldur, and it's crazy. So thematically, again, we've gone through Mirkwood. We have delivered a message to Lady Galadriel by following along the Anduin, escaping orcs and spiders and all sorts of things. But now, Lady Galadriel wants us to go to Dol Guldur and scout out some things that have happened that she's gotten word of. Now, the problem with that is that when we did that, one of our heroes got captured, and that's what we're in the progress of doing. So I'm going to draw my hand. Okay, so look at what I got here. So I got Treebeard. Okay, I'm going to learn my lesson. There was one time where I got 3 Lights of Valinor, and then Glorfindel was the guy that was stuck. So you know what? I'm not even going to worry about the Light of Valinor. Here I have three allies, and I can only bring out 1 ally per turn. That's the one that I'm just gonna keep the hand. Okay. So now each of these are objectives. Objectives are part of a scenario that are required usually for a player to have possession of in order to beat the scenario, or one of the stages in the scenario. And so each of these items, Gandalf's map, the Dungeon Torch, and the Shadow Key, each have effects. One of their keywords, though, is guarded. So guarded means that you have to, as it says in 1A here, you have to reveal a card on the encounter deck and attach it to the objective. And they're, in essence, protecting that thing. So Gandalf's map is going to be protected by this first card, which is the Necromancer's Pass. Okay, so that's fine. And now, let's see, the Dungeon Torch is going to be, this is the theme here, this is the Necromancer's Reach, is going to be guarded by the Necromancer's Reach, and it says deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. Now this is the setup, I don't have any exhausted characters, so this remains unguarded now. And now the Shadow Key is guarded by the Great Forest Web. Now the Great Forest Web, I have to exhaust a hero to travel here. Okay. So now I flip this over, and the Nazgul stays out of play. Just so you know. Now I flip this over, it says when revealed, randomly select 1 hero. So here's what I do. So I want this to be random. I love the playability and replayability of this. Okay? There'd be no reason for me to play this 4 different times that you've seen. Okay, and then because of the replayability stinks. Okay, it's because of the replayability that I love it. So I try to follow the rules as closely as I can. I mean, I'm not perfect, and there's a lot of rules to know, but I do the best I can to keep the rules in mind. So I'm gonna one of my heroes is gonna get captured. So I'm gonna roll a 6-sided dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and whatever I get, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is 3. This is my captured guy, so I don't even know who it is yet. Okay, so Glorfindel and Legolas. Okay, so I've done this several times now, and I've done this 4 times for this, and 3 of the 4 times Haldir happens to be the one that's been captured. He must be an unhappy dwarf, or not? Yeah, he's such an unhappy dwarf that he's an elf. Right. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now, the Ents are good because Treebeard can get can get tokens or resources that allow me to bring out Ents. So this guy, the Wandering Ent, can still be played. So I haven't drawn. I'm going to draw. Look at that. Just finished talking about him, and there he is. Okay, now I'm going to get 1 and put 1 here. Okay, so now here's the crazy thing, is that I have 5 already out here. Okay, so that's a lot, but nonetheless, I'm still going to travel for 4. Then I'm going to play Elrond's Council. Now I do control a unique Noldor. Okay, the little circle by Glorfindel's name means that he's unique. Okay, and so because I control a unique Noldor, okay, this Elrond's Council allows me to raise another character's willpower by 1. So I'm going to raise Legolas's willpower by 1, and that means I get to lower my threat by 3. But Glorfindel, what did he do? Because he committed to the quest, I have to raise my threat by 1. So I still have 5 here. So I'm going to pull out a thing, and it says, when revealed, the player with the highest threat level attaches this to one of his heroes. Okay. So I'm going to attach this to one of my heroes. I'm going to attach it to Legolas, and in order for him to ready, he's got to pay 2 out of his own resource pool. But right now that's 5. That's neutral because that's 5. So I am going to travel. Okay, and I'm going to travel here because in order to travel, I need to exhaust a character, but that says must. So I think the rule on that is that because it says must, I don't know. You know what? I feel like that since both of my heroes are exhausted, I don't have a chance to, then I can probably still do it. I don't know. Leave a comment if you don't like what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to say 1. I'm going to ready Glorfindel. I'm going to raise his the number of resources he has. I'm going to draw a card. This is good news. Okay, and now I'm going to use these 4 to pull out Treebeard. Now, Treebeard is an Ent, and he comes into play exhausted. So very tired, that Treebeard is. Okay, but that's okay. Okay. So now, I forgot to raise my threat and raise my round. I have Albert Einstein here keeping an eye on me. He's the smartest man in the world. Well, probably not, but Stephen Hawking, some other guys, pretty smart. But anyways, I'm in round 2, and I have 22 threat. That first round, Elrond's Council helped out. Okay, I do have Treebeard out. Okay, and now I'm going to quest with Glorfindel. Because I'm questing with Glorfindel, I have to raise my threat by 1. I'm going to pull this guy, oh look, Chief Uftak. Okay. Chief Uthok. He's a pain in the neck. So that's 5. So I have to raise my threat by 2. And I don't want to pull him out because I don't have a way to defend him. Okay, so I'm going to ready these 2 guys. I'm going to get 1, 1, 1. I'm going to raise my threat, raise my round, so I have 26 threat. I'm in round 3. Draw here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this guy out. And you ask, how do you do that? Because I can use an Ent token and a Tactics token to pull him out. And so now I'm going to quest for 3, 5, raise my threat because of Glorfindel, reveal a card, enchanted stream. So that means that I've only that I've quested now for 5, and I have 7 out there. This is where this scenario gets really crazy, is that you can't get going because it's just impossible to get going. So it's 1, 1, 2. So I have all these attachments. That doesn't help me at all. So I'm going to play the Defender of Ninth. I'm going to quest for, can I do anything with Chief Uthok? He needs 9. I can only do 4 there. I can block. Oh look, this guy can do 1 damage. And I can do 4, 5. I don't know. I need those 3 in order to do something, but that's, I guess that pulls 1 out. I don't even know. I don't even know what the heck to do. So, what I know is I can't quest with either of those 2 guys. So, I feel like I have to do something drastic. So I'm only going to quest for 3, even though there's 7 out there. Okay. So now the Dol Guldur Beastmaster comes out. And now, let's see. So that's 2, 4, 6, 9. I quested for 3, so my threat goes up to 36. So I'm going to pull these 2 out. I'm going to deal them both shadow cards. Boing, boing. Okay. This guy gets 2 shadow cards. And so now between the 2 of them, what's going to happen? Okay, Chief Uthok. I feel like I'm going to let him through. Don't you think? Okay, so I'm gonna let him through for 3. Yeah, why not? Shadow. Defending player raises the threat by the number of enemies with which he is engaged. So I'm engaged with 2, so that's 38. So 3 comes through. So I'm going to do 3 damage to Glorfindel. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to use the Defender of Naik to defend against the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. So he attacks for 3, he defends for 2. neither of these are have shadow effects. So this guy only gets 1 damage. So we want 1 damage on that guy. Okay. So now this is where it gets fun. So now I'm going to attack for 4, 5 against the Dol Guldur Beastmaster, and he defends for 1, so he has 4 damage. Now Chief Uftak gets 1 token, so that gives him +1. This is a mess. Okay, so there's this, and that. This guy doesn't ready. So there's 2, 1, 1. Ah, should have done the warned, which I didn't. I'm an idiot. Draw a card. Raise my threat. Raise him around. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring out the Durndingle Warrior, or the Wandering End, I'm sorry, with this guy. Now I'm going to quest for 3. I'm going to quest for 3. So I'm at 40. And again, I already know that I'm going to lose. I only have 40 threat, but I already know that I'm going to lose because it's going to take me... I haven't placed a single token here. And this requires me to raise my threat. I'm going to keep going because you never know. But I'm going to... So let's see what happens. Oh, the Hummer Horns. So this is crazy. Okay. Well, 1. So that's... So raise my threat to 43. Now, the problem with the Hummer Horns... Well, there's no problem with the Hummer Horns. I'm going to choose to engage the Hummer Horns. Okay. Which is what you do with the Hummer Horns in order to prevent his attack from going off. Okay. So now, let's see here. I'm going to block the... Chief Uftak with the Defender of Lane. Okay, so he gets 1. He gets 1, 2, and now the Hummer Horns gets 1. So Chief Uftak, defending player raises the threat by the number. So I'm engaged with 3, so I raise my threat by to 46. Okay, Chief Uftak gets another thing, and this guy ends up dying. Okay. I'm going to block the Durndingle, or block this guy with this Ent. And I have to choose and exhaust a character that I control. That's him. So now the Ent, this Ent gets 1, and that just, so now the Hummer Horns comes through, doesn't do anything. He does 2 damage, so he'll do 2 over here, and I survived. I lived to tell the tale. So here's Ent's. Raise my threat. 5. So now look, I have 1, 2, 2. The only thing that can help me really help. Oh look, Elrond's Council. That I guess helps, but not really, because I have 3 things out here to block. I need to be able to kill. These 3 have to go here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the 2 to get this off of here. Okay, so I'm going to go 2, or 3, 5. Because I'm going to play Elrond's Council. Elrond's Council allows me to lower my threat, so I'm at 44. He raises it, so I'm at 45 threat. Okay, and I did 5. Here's the Dol Guldur Orcs. Choose a current character currently committed to the quest and does 2 damage to him. So I guess I'll do 2 damage to Legolas. Legolas, see you later. Bye, it was nice knowing you. Okay. And so now, because he died because of the Wind Revealed effect, now I only question for 3, and there's 7 out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm at 49. And so now I have to engage this guy. So I'm going to engage that guy, and I'm going to play Well Warned. Okay, it says, after a player engages an enemy, reduce the threat by X, where that is the number of threat. Yeah, so I'm going to reduce my threat by 2, because that has 2 threat. And now I'm still going to end up dying. Maybe. Definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Attachment control. I don't control any, but there's 2, so that comes off. And Glorfindel dies. So I'm over my streak here. I was super excited about that first time, and then all of a sudden it just didn't seem to want to work. So, Haldir, you're stuck. I guess that's the best thing I can do. I don't know if there's anything that I could do differently. I mean, I'm trying to play this single-handed, and I like this deck that I'm playing it with. Maybe I try my Hobbit deck? I don't know. Hobbits are sneaky. They can do that sort of stuff. So maybe that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll switch out and try my Hobbit deck. Plus, that gives you something new to look at, and maybe you'll like that. Who knows? But I didn't even place a single progress token on any of either the location or anything. So, okay, well, try one more time. See you later.